Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas Longhorns offense is on the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Nifty little dance step. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And the Longhorns pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. Complete in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Feeling some heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. 2nd and 10 here. Trying play action. Gets it to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They keep attacking through the air. He got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So NC State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a matchup between these two guys. I know they'll never go head-to-head, but David, you know they're trying to one-up each other.
Oh, this is head-to-head, and I'm watching everything you do, and I'm going to try to do it better. So I'm interested to see if anybody makes some mistakes and presses a little bit, knowing that dude's on the other side of the field.
You're right, David, because you know these guys are competitors, right? This is going to feel like a video game. The scoreboard is going to be lit up.
Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0 at the 37. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Off-play action on first down. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Off the play fake. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Charles. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll bring it back. It's Cabrera. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll try it over the left side. Fights off a defender. Man, he's already got 43 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Fires left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going up top. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows that. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Wolfpack will have first and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you got to lock in on the keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He finds his man. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the pad?
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touch pass on the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Texas!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. First down here for the offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Now from inside the red zone. The quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They're going back to the ground. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll take the touchdown off the board, a costly offensive pass interference penalty. Remember, both guys have a right to fight for the ball. Trying to get to him. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Finds his man in the middle. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Split backs here. They'll run play action. Grab behind the line. It's Cabrera. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. It's on target and complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. He now has 53 yards on the ground in this 1st quarter. That is a terrific start. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's looking to pass. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The option look. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. NC State going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Hands it off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The play action fake. Got his man quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off play action. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement here from the tight end. Trying play action. Quick strike complete.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to run it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Makes the quick grab. Makes one man miss. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Now on 2nd and short. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. They'll ride the hot hand. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's open. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. It's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Cabrera. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Longhorns are in the hurry up.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Discards him with the stiff arm. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
PAT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. NC State quick to the line.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. A little release to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 8th play of the drive coming up. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dialing up a second down pass play. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. NC State now operating from the red zone. They'll throw it on first down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looking to throw on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. 60 minutes of football and
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Looking to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man on the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Westbrook.
Ooh, and That was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. He's got it. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're in Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to the ground game on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. They did just that.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Westbrook. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Got it behind the line. It's Charles. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 2nd down coming up with this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's not what you wanted to have happen offensively, right? 2nd and inches, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. You go past, you get sacked, and now you got to come up with a big catch and throw to just stay on the field.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Cabrera. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this game.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And he breaks into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UTEP was able to cap off a close one inside the Sun Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on every... He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. From the gun, running back on the move. Still running at the 40. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 15. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The give to the tailback. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he's looking downfield. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And now the lead's extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Texas. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. The inside handoff. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Now facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fires complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Caught in the backfield. It's Cabrera. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Breaks the tackle. At the 20, he's got space. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And wings it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run it from the gun. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Westbrook. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Charles. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. He'll just keep slinging it. Finds his big tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The give from the gun. Powers through the defender. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Here comes the Texas offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Leaves it with the running back. Jukes his way for more. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So instead of having a first down, they'll back it up. The offensive pass interference that defenses everywhere wish would be called more often. Unloads quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Northern Illinois put together a very impressive showing today in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the Huskies in some time. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He makes the connection. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The give and the run on fourth down. He's not going to make it. And what a big stop for this defense. And they might be able to put this thing away. Off the play fake on first down. Still looking on the move.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Motion from the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They'll run play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back. Put a good drive together.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Charles. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Finds the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Finds his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Give to the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Quick release on the RPO. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
There's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.